I'm Dante.
And hey, I'm Dana.
And welcome to the Dante Show.
What's up, Village? It's your boy Kwame, the man with the plan behind the stands. Before we get into it, do me a favor. If you are on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, or whatever, hit that share button so people can see what the fuss is all about. Don't worry if it's the end of the show. They can catch the replay. We're trying to spread the love instead of spreading the lies, y'all. All right, let's get into it. Did you know that our boy Dante Morrison is a best-selling author? Do you like smut? Yes, smut. Well, these books are filled with it. Check out The End of the Rainbow, followed by the sequel, Yesterday Clarified. You can get them on Amazon, or if you are tired of giving Jeff Bezos the time of day, you can visit www.dantemorrison.com, where, in fact, you will find out more about the motivational, inspirational, hilarious host known as Dante. Mr. Morrison, if you're nasty. He is not only the host of TDS, he is a public health advocate, motivational speaker, and community change agent. Articles, interviews, blogs, podcasts, vlogs, and more. You name it, and Dante has done it. Speaking of vlogs, have you subscribed to the Dante Show YouTube? Now, every villager should be subscribed. The more the channel grows, the bigger TDS messaging becomes. It's really simple. Go to www.youtube.com/Dante Morrison. And also, did you want to be a guest on the Dante Show, or do you want to book Dante or Dana on your platform? Stop. Don't inbox him, don't email him, or even call him. You know what you need to do? Go ahead and open your handy-dandy smartphone or Wi-Fi enabled device and send an email to info@pyromedianetwork.com and request your presence on the show. It's 2021, y'all, and Dante and Dana has got management. So, let's conduct business. Speaking of management, the Dante Show is produced by Pyro Media Network. We are a Black-owned digital marketing and video production agency helping businesses and brands make an impact with their message. We also help businesses navigate what we call the biggest communication shift in over 500 years, social media. So, if you have a business, brand, or influence, and you want to take it to the next level, contact us today. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope to see you on the next. Boom.
What's up, Village? What's up? What's up? We are back in effect after a week off. We took last week off to, for me, I needed to regroup, recompose, and get myself together because I'm on another level and it's taking some time to sink in. But I did miss y'all, and I missed the Village. I missed talking to y'all. And most importantly, I miss my boy Dana. You know, this pandemic, we have not been together side by side. All we get to do is this visual stuff. So I missed you, Dana.
Hey, man, I missed you too, man. And you know what? Congratulations. Congratulations. Ladies, scream for my brother. Ladies, scream for my brother. Congratulations. Up in this mother easy.
Thanks, fam. Thanks, fam. Hey, yo, it looks like Dana's giving us a little bit ventriloquist vibes. His Wi-Fi is tripping tonight, yo. His Wi-Fi is tripping, but he really is talking. He is talking. I know he's giving us this look like he ain't saying nothing, but yeah, it's tripping. Hey, thank y'all for the congrats. Thank y'all for all the kudos. Thank y'all for the props. Hey, it is surreal. It is not sunk completely in yet that I am like, a doctor. But each day it gets different. It's like, wow, I really did that joint. That John. I did that, John. I did that. Let me see. What'd you say, Cuzzo? It's going to say spread. Instead of spreading lies, that's how it goes. Cause I don't care what nobody say. Instead of spreading lies. Hey, Donisha Shatsy lady over there on YouTube. Thank y'all for the congrats. I really appreciate it. Hey, real talk though. The village, you guys have no idea how much y'all helped me really get through that doctorate program, because every single day for like 3 years, I was like literally pulling my hair out. As y'all can see, my hair is going, I pulled it all out. Pulling my hair out, trying to get through that program in the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of going to work, in the midst of losing my father to COVID, in the midst of all kind of stuff. But coming on to the show and just talking to the village, hanging out with Dana and Kwame behind the scenes, it really made a phenomenal difference. So I want to thank y'all for like really riding a wave with me, literally the wave, because I went to Pepperdine waves, riding that wave with me and encouraging me to keep going when I felt like giving up, when I was done, I was over it. So listen, for anybody out there that is contemplating pursuing higher education, you are never too old. It is never too late. Literally, when I graduated high school, I hated school. Like I literally hated school. I was smart. I could keep up, but I hated it because I never saw the point of it. And my mother said, well, you either gonna get a job or go to the military. And guess what I did? I went to the military, so I went to the military and I did all of that. Then I got out the military and I still was like, I ain't going to school. School is for suckers. I ain't getting no degree. I know all I need to know. And for all of my people out there that was in that mindset, like, take it from me, I went and got my bachelor's degree. So this is what happened. So I went to a community fair. I went to a community fair, and it was this college was there with their little table, and I'm the HIV guy, so I'm passing out condoms and educating about safer sex and all that. And the dude said, "Hey, my brother, do you have a degree?" "No." "You want a degree?" "No." "You gonna get a degree?" "No." And he started talking because I was a little arrogant. So he talked me into getting this bachelor's degree. His name was Carlton. Never forget Carlton. He talked me into getting this bachelor's degree. I got the bachelor's degree, and I said, okay, I knocked that out. Let me keep going. I got a degree, and I got a bachelor's degree. I'm the man. Then I started to notice that my bachelor's degree, times had changed. I grew up, watching a different world. And, when Dwayne and Whitley got their bachelor's degrees, they was it. And I'm looking like this bachelor's degree is kind of equivalent to a high school diploma because everybody is pursuing masters and whatnot. I ain't getting no master's degree. I don't want no master's degree. Well, God said, yes, you are. 2 years after getting my bachelor's, I went and got my master's degree, and then I was done. My partner, Eddie, was like, you're done. And I was like, you're right, I'm done. And then I say 6 months later, I was like, yo, Eddie, so if I go get a doctorate, we gonna be good. You gonna ride with me. Why you need a doctorate? I'm like, because I think I want to be a doctor. Here we are. I'm a doctor. And literally, y'all, it is one of the most rewarding things that I have done. It is super duper affirming to know that I'm in like this small percentile of Black men that really have a PhD. And hey, so I just want to really encourage those of you out there that's thinking about doing it, but you feel like you're too old, you don't have the time, you can't squeeze into your schedule. Take it from me. If you really want to get it, go back and get it. You can find time. You can squeeze it in your schedule. The only thing about me is I don't have kids. So I can't really tell a parent that has kids how to navigate it. But if you don't have any kids, if you're single, if anything like that, you want to go back, because each day or each year that you put it off could be the year that you was one step closer. And that's how I looked at it. If I would have went back right after getting my master's degree, I would have been done, a year and a half ago. But I was not in the mental headspace to handle it at that time, so I did wait. So I waited, and I got it. So I thank y'all so much. Sade, yes. The she's neat. Thank you, Sade. I appreciate it. Williams Twins, you ain't too broke. You are not too broke. Everybody keeps saying that it costs. You know what? Life costs. Okay, I'm gonna ask this question. Who in this comment section is trying to die debt free? I'll wait. If your goal is to be lowered in the ground debt free, if that's going to put a smile on your face while you are lying there in your casket, I died debt free. If that is your goal, then yeah, higher education may not be for you. But come on, none of us are going to die debt free. My only thing right now is to get your affairs in order so your family ain't got to fry fish and sell chicken to bury you. You know, make sure you got all that stuff in order, but don't let money and loans and all that, don't let that deter you. If it's what you really want to do, you know, go ahead and do it. But yeah, my sis, there is such a thing as education fatigue. I don't want to see another classroom unless I'm teaching in it and getting a check. I'll tell you that right now. I do not want to sit in another classroom. I am so sick of school. I am burnt out of school. The only class I'm sitting in is the one that I am teaching, and they are paying me a hefty coin to do so because I'm a doctor. But yeah, man, I can't do it. Dana, you back now? You got that Wi-Fi fixed, fam?
Man, I don't know what the hell is going on back here, man. You know what? It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I done reset this sucker 5 times.
But you're looking good, man. You're looking good. Hey, shout out to James Earl Hardy. James Earl Hardy, who was watching. James Earl Hardy, listen. If y'all don't know who James Earl Hardy is, James Earl Hardy is one of the main inspirations behind why I wrote my 2 books. All right, James Earl Hardy is to me an iconic Black gay author, and B-Boy Blues, it goes down in the annals of premier Black gay literature. So if you've never read B-Boy Blues, trust me, get Pookie a little bit. They're my homies, but James Earl Hardy is the reason why I literally started writing my books, because I'm like, yo, this story is amazing. I got a story in me. Let me push my books out. James Earl Hardy, thank you so much for watching on tonight. Thank you for the kudos. Thank you for all the stuff you include me in, man. I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you. Continue being a light, my brother. Continue being a light. A lot of us is watching. Yes, Titan, I'm a whole doctor.
Doctor.
So Dana, to you, thank you, man, for attending my final defense. You know, I appreciate it. I saw you in the Zoom. I appreciate you watching me go through the process to get into this milestone. So thank you, man. I just shout out to you. Thank you.
Hey, man, I was over here dying laughing because I was reading your eyes. I've been around you long enough to know I read your eyes. So you would answer a question and it would be the perfect answer. Everybody was giving you props in the chat, all of that. And then one of the doctors would come behind and ask you something else to go on that. And I know you wanted to say, these mother. You had your bow tie on. It's almost like when you get in trouble with your mother or your father and they ask you the question and you give them your best answer.
Right. Like,
and then they say, okay, so now tell me why you did what you did.
I just told you why.
The way that you was firing off and coming back, like, I was like, you see my chest was like, hell yeah, nigga, yeah. I didn't say nigga, but I wanted to. Like, hell yeah.
Thanks, man. Hey, so for y'all that don't know, so the final defense is when you do your dissertation and you got to present it to your committee, and your committee is the people who really give you the yay or nay if you qualify to be a doctor. So for those that don't know, my dissertation, my title is the impact of faith-based sexual exclusion upon the lives of black men who have sex with men, black gay and bisexual men. So my dissertation is in 150 some odd pages. analysis of the Black church's response to the Black LGBT community and how faith-based sexual exclusion oppresses and marginalizes Black Christian men. And many will be saying, well, just leave the Black church. It's not that easy to say just leave the Black church or the Black church you were raised up in. It's not easy to say that, because you got to understand the Black church is an institution. Therefore, you have family structures, you have generational ties, and to tell a person, well, just leave, that's saying, so don't go see my grandma on Sunday, don't go hang with my cousins on Sunday, don't go do this on Sunday, if this is what I have been knowing my entire life. Right. It was a lot of unpacking that I did, a lot of unpacking I'm going to continue to do, because this is my vein of research to really build bridges between the faith-based community and the LGBT community, because there's such a huge disconnect that really makes no sense to me. But because I'm on this level spiritually and mentally to go into the fire, so to speak, I want to make sure that people who are in the Black church feel safe. And that's all people. If you're in the church, if you're striving to be a better Christian, the place you go to be fed, you should feel safe in those spaces, and not that you have to walk in and live behind a facade, just to fit. And my paper really expounded upon that. I interviewed a population of Black Christian gay and bisexual men who are actively involved in the Black church and got their stories and their takeaways and all that. So it's a powerful dissertation that's really going to open doors for some phenomenal and long overdue conversation. I'm not trying to change anybody's perception, because that's an impossibility, because I'm not God. I look at my palms or my right here, I don't see no holes going through it. I have not died on the cross for anybody. But what I do know is that the church needs to be a safe space. Period. It needs to be safe. I don't care if you're a gay man, lesbian woman, trans, it needs to be safe, because none of us have the right or the authority to kick anybody out of God's house. And
I like the part. I'm just remembering a little bit of what you said when it's about the director or whomever they're directing and they're being used and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden, I want to make sure I use the word right, ostracized or just
ostracized? Yeah, ostracized.
Okay, all right, thrown to the side once you come out and say you're gay. Now I done did all of this phenomenal stuff for the church. I done had musicals. I done got the music department from 0 to 80. Now that I'm coming out, not me. Listen to me, guys. Don't run back and tell people Dana said he's gay. I'm just talking. When I come out and say that I'm gay, now all of a sudden it's like, oh, we want to throw you to the side now. Now you don't forgot about all the stuff that I've done for, and that right there was like, wow, okay, you hit. And
that. What's worse is when the pastor or the persons in authority know that the individual is gay and
they don't have your back.
Keep it under wraps. And then once it leaks out, the pastor sets back. Oh, I had no idea.
I had no idea.
Oh man, you gotta go. But dude, you knew, bro. You my ex.
Damn.
It's like you kicking me out. Well, grab my hand. We going together, then, my dog. We all leaving. But thank you. Yes, Steph was there. I mean, my dissertation chair was shocked. She was like, you had one of the largest online audiences watching your final defense, and I was like, yeah, I needed my village. I need my people there. I needed my circle had to be there. I need to look out and see that I'm supported, so yeah. So let's get into the show, man. Let's get enough about me, because I can talk about me all night for the next 40 minutes. It's me. But let's get into the show. So you guys know that the Donta Show is all about Black excellence, Black community, Black power, Black affirmation. We all about being Black. And if you are Black or Black friendly or pro-Black, put that fist in the comment section. Get them hearts going. Get them likes. Invite your friends, because it's time for the Donta Show Black History Spotlight. And we're going to do it different on tonight. Let me see what Kwame got for me.
It better be you.
Right?
Born in 1962.
Tonight, we are highlighting, who is that? Aretha Franklin.
Hey.
Aretha Franklin. And I'm going to tell y'all why we are highlighting Miss Ree. while we are highlighting the queen of soul, while we are highlighting the greatest singer, female singer, singer of all time. This is why we're going to highlight Aretha Franklin. So, as you all know, like I just said, I've been through a whole, gamut of schooling. And Kwame, you can show us now a whole gamut of schooling. And I finally had time to sit down and watch TV because I have not been able to watch TV. So yesterday after church, me and Eddie, we literally sat down and we watched the entire Aretha Franklin's Genius. We watched all 8 episodes, just nonstop, just 8 hours of just television. And it was so much about Aretha Franklin's life that I knew nothing about. I knew nothing about. I love you too, Lana. Let's go to Burger King. Burger King? Inside joke. So, Aretha Franklin's, her story, if they were telling it accurately, and the whole time we was sitting there watching it, I'm like, yo, Eddie, I want to call Thais. I need to call Thais because Thais is like the connoisseur of all things Aretha, but the way they unpacked it and talked about her dad. Did you get to see it, Dana?
No, I'm not actually going to watch it.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to.
And there's a reason why.
You want to give your reason? Is it controversial?
Well, the reason is, and I just found this out the other day from one of our viewers, that they didn't have the permission from the family to do this, and the proceeds are not going to anybody or anything Aretha. This is all going, everything's going to the director. So, so they did this. That's why they're coming out with the actual movie with J Hud. But I'm not going to, okay. But that's the reason why.
Okay, and that's fair. That's fair. I watched the series, so what was interesting was how they really talked about her relationship with her dad. And me and thank Derek, appreciate it. And me in my ignorance, I thought that Aretha and her dad were like glue. I thought they were just it. But outside of Aretha's story, it was just interesting to see the portrayal of not only her dad, but the church. And it really tied in with my dissertation about how the church, it just needs to let people be people and let God be God. Because in the series, her dad, I never met the man. Her dad he was a work. He was something. He did a lot of stuff. And then they broke down, where her mother was and why her mother wasn't there and all that happened. And it's looking like, it took me back to the Clark sisters movie and how they showed Maddie Moss Clark and the Clark sisters' father, how he was violent, but he was a bishop and all this other stuff. And it just shows how we have so many secrets, not just in the Black church, but within the Black community of stuff that is traumatic that we just do not unpack and we do not talk about. So it wasn't so much the story about her music. I knew her music, but it was just the life that she had to endure, to be the great, and all that she overcame as a child. I never knew that she was a teen mom. I didn't know that.
What was it, 14 or 12?
13. She was 13
or 12, yeah.
Yeah, and then, had 2 kids, in middle school. That's a lot. And how do you prepare a young girl? Not a young woman, that's a girl, a little girl to push out a whole baby twice, and then there was never any mention of the fathers, there was no mention of the dads. So it's like, these are situations that's not exclusive to the Franklin clan. These situations happen in Black families, have been happening in Black families for generations. We look at The Color Purple. That's The Color Purple. That's all about, male-dominated families. Women have no voice, and her body is his body. It was just so much to unpack, that just, I don't know. Now, you're talking about the movie. So the movie's coming out, and the movie is starring Jennifer Hudson and Marlon Wayans, and I'm not sure who else is in it, but I know Jennifer Hudson is in it. And I know Jennifer Hudson said a little snarky comment about, well, that's a TV show. I'm in a major motion picture. I'm going to leave my comments about what I expect Jennifer Hudson to do.
She better do it. She better do it, because if she don't, son, if she don't do it,
she died.
You don't think so?
She died.
What do you think she's not gonna do?
She ain't finna give us Aretha.
How do you know?
She gonna give us loud singing. She's gonna give us singing, because I can't take the singing from her. But as far as portraying Aretha, I think we finna see Effie again, just smaller. So? We gonna see a skinnier Effie.
I don't know. I think she's gonna. I think this has been in the works for a minute, and I think she's gonna do a good job.
Okay. So let's take a poll. If you are watching the Donta Show on tonight, and if you're looking forward to Respect, the Aretha Franklin movie starring Jennifer Hudson, how many of you honestly feel, and let's just be honest, this is not the shade room, this is not nothing to bring nobody down, but how many of you are expecting Jennifer Hudson to bring us a tour de force performance as portrayal of Aretha Louise Franklin? If you're expecting that, put that in the comments. If you're not expecting that, put that in the comments and be honest. It's a safe space. She ain't gonna see this.
She's watching tonight.
If she does, she ain't gonna call me. I don't know. She from Chicago. She bought it. But who thinks Jennifer Hudson is about to just bring the fire in this performance?
I think so.
Okay, and that's cool. That's cool. I personally do not. Kiana said it's gonna be Effie part 2. John Poole said she may. She may. Danisha said yes. Yeah. Verge. Miss Franklin wanted Jennifer to no. Actually, Aretha wanted Halle Berry to play her. Aretha said, I want Halle Berry to portray me. That's what Aretha said originally. Then I think she just, settled for Jennifer. Said, well, they both got Oscars. I'll take one of them. But she really
wanted all three of them do. All three of them got Oscars. All of them.
Yeah. So who Aretha got an Oscar?
No, Jennifer, Holly.
You said all three. Who's the third?
Wait, who you said Halle Berry? You're talking about Halle Berry and
Jennifer Hudson.
Okay, I thought you. Okay.
Who you thought I said Viola Davis? You think Viola gonna play Aretha?
She could play Aretha cleaning the house or something.
Don't do that. That's Queen. Don't do that. Don't do Viola.
Boy, she ain't gonna get out there and sing these old mountains. Be like, wrong movie, baby. That's Mahalia. That's Mahalia.
So over on YouTube, Shanti said it's gonna be clean. The dirty one was already shown. It's gonna be clean. So you think that the motion picture is gonna be cleaner than what we saw on Genius with Cynthia Erivo? Now I will say I could not keep watching Cynthia Erivo and trying to see Aretha. She didn't look like Aretha. To where I think.
And that's what a lot of people gonna do. That's what a lot of people.
Yeah. But yeah, I could not see Aretha. Like when I watched Audra Day play Billie Holiday, I saw Billie Holiday.
And when you watch TLC, you saw TLC.
You saw TLC, but when I watched the Cynthia Erivo, I did not visually see Aretha Franklin. Also, it was tough for me because I have never really seen Aretha Franklin in a lot of videos, so I'm not familiar with Aretha Franklin's speaking voice and how she really just talks to people. So when Cynthia was playing her, I was like, is that how Aretha really talked? I don't know, but I honestly don't know. I didn't know her voice.
She talked real deep, like she was deep. Something.
What? And I didn't know she smoked like that.
A chain.
She smoked like Whitney. Like Whitney.
A chain smoker. That's probably why she wanted Holly to play her, because Holly's a chain smoker.
Is she?
Yeah. Smokes like a chimney.
I never knew that. Lakeisha said, I'm not running to the movie theater, though. I'm not running to see it. So okay, it's a pandemic. You shouldn't run to the theater to see it anyway. But I'm just saying, so nobody's going to be lining up around the block to see Aretha starring Jennifer Hudson, except for Dana. So Dana, you will get a good seat. You can sit next to Sean.
It's going to be a lot more people going.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot of people going. Trust me, because people are going to go and show up because they want to see Jennifer not do a good job.
We run to a train wreck.
Right.
We'll run to a train wreck.
That's what people are. That's what people's mentality is. They're gonna want to go to see if she can really do this, and I think she can.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. 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 All right, so let's switch the subject while Dana reboots his Wi-Fi again because he's back on ventriloquist mode. So let's do this. So Dana, as you are aging, and this is something that I'm noticing, and you know what I love about the Dante show is that the village, we're all of a particular age. We're kind of older, you know. Yeah, Dana is freezing, y'all, so don't worry, he'll be back. I think he's back now.
I'm here. I don't care about the video. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. So as you get older, you know your perceptions of situation and life and all that changes. So Dana, as a person of a particular age, what has changed about you between your 20s to now when it comes to people and how you handle relationships with people?
What changed? I'm a people person. So, you know, if somebody's upset with me or has a problem with me or whatever the case may be, back then, 10 years ago, I was just like, you know, I didn't really care. But now, you know, the age that I am now, it's more so like, you know, you really concerned with people's feelings, and if you actually really did something unknowing to, you know,
okay,
say something. I mean, I care now. You know what I'm saying? Before it was like, whatever, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, all right, peace. But now, you know, yeah. I mean, I just was like that because it's like, you know, I'm not the type of person that I'm gonna chase you to be my friend. I'm not gonna try to chase you. You know, it's like, you know, if you're not rocking with me, I ain't rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the mentality I had growing up. You know, I'm not, you don't have to kiss nobody's butt for them to be around you and be your friend. If they're not rocking with you, they're not rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, you value your friendships, especially now because, you know, the pandemic and things like that. You know, you here today, gone today. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
You value your friendships and things like that. And not to say that I don't love everyone. You know, I love people. I value people's, you know, humanity and being alive and things like that. You know, I don't bully people. I don't set out to. But again, if you're not rocking with me for whatever reason, you know, back then, hey, all right. That ain't, yeah.
So that's a trip. So we're the total opposite. We're the total opposite. I don't care now.
I mean, I don't care don't get me wrong.
I mean, like right now, I do not care. In my 20s, I would be a snotty mess if someone, you know, had a problem with me or didn't like me and all that stuff. I was like, oh my God, why not? Let's fix this. Even in my 30s, oh my God, let's fix this. Early part of my 40s, oh my God, let's fix this. As I get closer to 50, you know, like I'm like 5 months from 50. You know, I don't have the energy right now to pacify anybody's emotions or feelings. Yes, I am conscious and I am sensitive to the situation, but if you don't get me at this point, or if you think I'm a certain way at this point, I don't have the bandwidth, I don't have the mental headspace to deal with that right now, because I have less life to live. You know, and if I spend my latter years trying to fix and resolve all these, it's like, okay, nah, like you said, you're not rocking with me. But at this point, I don't know, a light bulb kind of came on. I think at the beginning of 2020, a light bulb came on, and I'm like, I have less time, you know, left. And if folks want to pull their pants down and show their behind and all that, that's fine. You do that. Kiana said, my mama said at 50, you can tell by people's shoes you don't want to be bothered. No, that's right.
And I kind of agree with that, because if somebody's talking stuff to me and they got on a fresh, brand new, clean pair of Skechers, nigga, why are you even standing here talking to me? You got on Skechers, nigga, the soft soles.
That's just bougie. That's just
Yeah.
being bougie.
You got on the soft sole Skechers and you trying to curse me out. Bye.
You got with a sensible shoe.
You got on the Jesus Christ 3s.
So mean. Now that's just petty. But what I'm saying is, I think as we age, and I'm looking at the comments, I think as we age, I think we get less tolerant of BS. And I don't think BS is a curse word. We just get less tolerant because how many of you on this chat have landed on who you are? And I ask that question because oftentimes we go through so many different days, and he done blacked out now. Full screen, Kwame, full screen.
No, I'm here.
You here? Well, your screen is black, bro.
I turned my camera off to turn it back on.
All right, let's let them see again, Kwame. So listen, I'm making a point here, Dan. Don't ruin it. So as you go through your earlier stages of life, you're trying to navigate who you are, and you're trying to settle into who you are. You're like, okay, maybe I'm not this person. Maybe I am this person. Everybody's telling you to look, look in the mirror and figure out who you are. Okay, so you spend all this time just staring in the mirror, just looking up, looking down to the side. You do all this work. Then in your 30s, this person that you've evolved into looking into the mirror is now challenged. It's like, okay, now you got to actually live like this person that you think you are. But then as you get older, you finally come to the conclusion like, yo, who I kind of was in my 20s, I'm kind of that person right now. So you land. And once you land on who you are, yes, there is still room for a little tune up here and there. You still got to get your shocks changed and your brakes fixed and all that kind of stuff. But for all intents and purposes, you are on autopilot. And you are coasting through the rest of your life. This is me. This is who I am. And listen, if you guys have not watched Titan Capri's show, Titan show is so affirming because Titan is unapologetically Titan. And Titan pours into people and say, look, be unapologetically who you are. Stand in your truth, live in your truth, tell your own story first. Own your narrative, because all of that is so important. And so often we don't own our own narrative and we allow other people to tell our story. And in doing that, we're setting ourselves up to be drugged. And then when you get drugged, it's like y'all are talking about me based upon a lie. That's not really what happened. Tell your story. My friend Joseph said, I'm still landing, but I am near the runway. If you aren't on it, you are not a factor. Listen. So Joseph was like, I'm coming down. I'm about to land on who I am. And you may want to get ready because who I am is who you're about to deal with. And who you're about to deal with is the good, the bad, and the ugly. And Jamie Kirk, I don't know if Jamie's watching, but Jamie Kirk posted on her page today, and she said, you want to know who your real friends are? Fall. Because the minute you fall, you are going to see who your real friends are. Are they going to sit down there with you and say, yo, so how long are we sitting down here? What's going on? What's happening? Are they going to reach down and pull you up? Are they going to let you sit there and then stand guard while you sit in whatever you're sitting in till you get yourself together? Are they going to just form a circle around you and say, yo, he fell, she fell, let them fall. They're good. You ain't got to come look at them. You ain't come stare at them. Nothing to see. Like cops say, nothing to see here. Keep going. What do your real friends do when you fall? Or do they scatter like roaches when the lights come on? A lot of us had roach friends. Right. The minute the lights came on, they scattered. And you know who those roaches are. You want to tag your roaches in this thread? Go and tag your roaches. Say your doggone roach and tag them in this comment. Let them know, hey, you was the roach in my life because the minute the lights came on, you scattered. You was not loyal. So Dana, as you got older, what I know we all have those deal breakers and those things that we're not just gonna put up with no more. Have you evolved to that space? Have you landed?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't deal with bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't deal with it. I mean, I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you don't rock with me, you don't rock with me. That ain't gonna stop my business. That ain't gonna stop me from living. That ain't gonna stop me from growing. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing. But it's just those ones. What gets me is being in the business that I'm in. And I really get passionate about this. When you reach out to somebody, when you sitting down and you talking to somebody right across the table from you, and you say, hey, I got this, I got that. All right, give me a reach out to me, yada, yada, yada. But then as soon as you leave out the door, they leave out the door, you text them, you call them, you inbox them, whatever. And it's like, you just getting ignored. You know what I'm saying? And that's what gets me is like, because I know that out of all of these no's and all of these doors that are closed in my face, that all it takes is one yes. All it takes is one door to open. And those same people that threw me to the side, ignored me on their lives, skipped over my comment and talked to the person right under me. You know what I'm saying? People that you've grown up with, that's in the industry with you. Things like that, even in your field, people that you've probably grown up with that's in your field and things like that, ignore you. As soon as they see you evolving and they see that you're doing your thing, the whole conversation is going to change, because now they're going to try to come and put a feather in their hat like they helped you to get to where it's like, nah, now we got to talk on a business level. We're past the friend stage. We're at a business level now. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, does it hurt? It hurts like hell to sit here knowing that you have people, not saying that I'm looking for a handout or you're looking for a handout. It hurts like hell to have people that can at least get you in the room.
Right.
It hurts like hell to have people that you know that can at least get you in the room and they overlook you. That hurts.
But you know, it's also funny, Dana. It was also funny, and let's just call a thing. Some of the people that we think have access don't.
Right, that too.
You
It's
know,
all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, and oftentimes what we do, not intentionally, is we'll be pursuing and chasing down an individual or a friend saying, yo, connect me. And that friend is like, all right, I'm going to do it. All right, I got you. All right, bet. Then when the dust settles and the smoke clears and you get access to that space, you look around for the friend and like, yo, where they at? And the person you need to meet is like, who? I don't know that person.
Right.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, it does.
Especially with social media. Social media will have you thinking that some of these people are connected to the Kardashians. Yep. You know, they like sit on the boat with Kanye. They babysit Blue Ivy. They do all kind of stuff. And then you meet Beyonce and you like, Beyonce, hey, where's Bill? Bill who?
Right.
Bill that got your personal cell phone number, yada, yada. Bill's not, I don't know a Bill. And you've been sitting there all this time, waiting on Bill to get you in. And then God opened another door for you to walk in. And you getting the thing, you finna see Bill in the same space, and Bill don't have no pull. Bill don't have no clout. Bill knows nothing. Bill been bragging this whole time because Bill refused to live authentically. So Bill
was actually on craft services.
Craft services, right? Filling the M&M's jar. So as we're sitting here living authentically, and this is a message to y'all, because if you listen to what Dana said, Dana basically said, don't give up.
Right.
Dana said, don't give up. Don't let all the no's stop you. Don't let all of that stuff, push you away. Keep going. I saw a clip that Beyonce said one time, and she was talking about, what did Beyonce say? She said, you're going to get rejected. She said, yes, I have 23 or 24 Grammys. She said, but I also lost 43 times. So despite how many Grammys she has, she still has lost a significant amount of times as well. So she's been nominated and did not win every single time, but did that stop her from being great, from one of the best in the game? No, she kept going. Like Dana just said, Dana's like, I know people that have access to get me into the spaces that I need to get in, but am I going to stop trying to gain access? No, because you can't keep relying on these same individuals who we think have the clout, because you'll be amazed at how many folks are just blowing smoke. So the Bible says, put not your confidence in man. So as you keep putting all this faith and confidence in individuals that's telling you, oh, I got you, dog. Oh, I got you, bruh. Oh, it's me and you next week. I'm going to get you in. I'm going to put you on. And they ain't on nothing. Nothing. So I'm going to pause. Go ahead, Dana.
No, that's it. I mean, it's just, that's pretty much it in a nutshell, man. It's just like, don't give up. The older you get, when you were younger, you still keep that same drive that you had when you were younger. Yeah, you meet a lot. I've met a million people along the way. Some that have started after us. I know people that probably started after you that have, and you're like, what? But then I have to take myself out of the flesh part of it and say, I don't know what crosses they had to bear to get to where they needed to get to.
I don't care.
You know what I'm saying? No. I really don't care. I really don't care sometimes. But then again, I don't want to take those paths because some of those paths that I hear about, I ain't going down. So if I have to take these 5 paths to get to my goal, it's going to be forever because I'm going to create my own path. So I'm not selling out. I'm not doing none of that. So,
I get it. Kwame, put up what Tanetta Whitmore just shared. I think that's so profound.
Yeah.
Tanetta said, I'm going through this right now. I lost all of my living grandparents within 7 months, and all I get are praying emojis. Seriously?
Right.
Thank the Lord for seeing what needed to be seen. You know what? Man, listen, it's nothing like asking folks, oh, yo, can you just pray for me? And they give you the praying hands.
With a high five, because that's what the hell it is.
What? It's like, for real? Okay. So I understand that completely because social media has made us so disconnected. The human touch is kind of void now, and communication is just out the window. And you post things and you do certain things, or are you sharing experience thinking you're gonna get some kind of compassion and some kind of empathy, and you see the person, you'll get the hug emoji, you'll get the heart emoji, you'll get emojis because nobody got time to type out a full sentence anymore. They can't structure a full paragraph anymore. Here's your emoji. You know what that emoji means. That's all I got to give you is an emoji. Take that. And I think that I'm not sure if that is generational, because as a person of a particular age, I would like a nice handwritten card letting me know that you care. I would like that. I think that the Gen Zs and millennials and all that, okay, sure. How they have been taught, the Gen Zs is emoji driven and cryptic language and whatnot. But an older person that knows the power of a pencil sharpener and a piece of paper and having to write something out, it can come across as a real insensitive to only give somebody in times of crisis and trauma a emoji. It's like, yeah, I feel what you're going through, but yo, Cardi B dropped a new album. It's like, wow, for real? That's what we at. That's what we at. But you know what? And yeah, Williams twins. One should not seek validation from others, especially on social media. Someone will always have a problem with the way you move. That is true. Someone has a problem with the way you move. But if you call yourself a friend to me, and I know that social media has also made the word friend so loose now. Friend is so loose. I've got 5,000 friends. No, you got 5,000 connections. You got 10,000 connections. 90% of those people don't know where you live, don't know about you. They're not your friends.
Exactly.
And I think that's very valid. Seeking validation from others on social media. Yeah, because those are not your friends. Those are people that like your pictures. They like your angles because you give the right light. You give great commentary, but they don't know you. You haven't gone up to coffee with them. There's a lot of folks on social media that I would love to meet in person to just sit down and chop it up with. Brian Reveals is one of them. I would love to sit down with Brian and have a drink with a big block of ice in the middle of it with a cigar. I know that Brian will give me some good content. We will sit there and hee-haw for hours talking about politics, race, discrimination, sex, all kind of stuff. I would love to just sit down and chop it up with Brian. Don't tell me what a good time. I'll book a flight tonight. I'll be there in the morning, Brian. I'll be in Dallas in the morning. Then what you gonna do? I'm just saying, my frat Joseph, that's my frat. That's my brother. I love Joseph, but we have never met face to face. Like physically, we've never met, but I feel so connected to him as a brother, that I call him a friend. Like for real. That's a friend. That's my brother. So Dana, has social media changed how you interact with people?
Of course. It used to be a time when you would get an email or a text message or a phone call to get invited to something. Now you find out that the thing happened and they say, hey, I sent the invite on Facebook. What?
Right.
I sent the invitation on Facebook. You have my number. You have my email address. You know where I live.
Right.
We go to the same church, stuff like that. But you said I think social media has changed a lot for people. Like you said, it's no more communication. There's no more nothing. It's nothing personable anymore. No, like you said, you get the hug emojis and you get the praying hands, and then when you see the person in person, they don't even hug you.
Right.
It's like
you get a head nod.
You get it. What's up, homie? So it's like, social media is a gift and a curse. I think if you use it the right way, it could be a gift. But I think that it's enabling people to be lazy in some ways with their communication, with expression, things like that, because you could get a whole inbox. Somebody could inbox you 15 emojis and it'll be a paragraph, and you would have to, you're trying to figure out what each emoji means in that paragraph.
That is true.
I think it's taken away from people being able to think, to be able to dialogue, have good communication. It's taken away.
I think it's also making people, just they fear being warm. You can be warm. People are always like, well, you seem so cold and distant and yada yada. You never have been around me. You've never been in my presence. You're watching the Donta show. Are you watching commentary I give on social media? You've never been with me. You don't know how I am in person. And I think a lot of folks, they build a person off of their social media presence.
Exactly.
But you come and sit down with me in the house, you'll notice I'm probably really quiet, and unless you got something to really talk about that's really motivating me, we probably gonna just sit there the whole time like, yeah, this is fun, huh? Because you're not stimulating me. And I think that we got to get back into the place of really just engaging with people. I told Eddie on yesterday, I'm like, yo, we need to come with some traditions. At least once a week, we need to go find a traditional place to go eat. Like, this is our spot. This is where we just go. Because first of all, 2020 disconnected us immensely.
Yes.
It really disconnected us. And 2021, we're trying to rebuild, but it's still some hitches in the giddy up. 2022, that means we've had 2 years of not really having pure, authentic engagement without fear of contracting an illness, without a mask, without this. It's just been so much. So I think that social media has been community for a lot of people, to have that kind of engagement since they can't go out. But it's also made people live behind a wall, and build up this facade of themselves that when they do have to step back out into the world, they're going to be unrecognizable because you're not the person that I saw on social media. Right. You're not the person that's holding the camera way up here so you can look like a size 2. It's like, it's okay if you're a size 22. You can be a size 32. If you're a cool person, you're a cool person.
Right.
But I think that we need to get back to authentic ways of interacting with each other and just living. And then last thing I want to ask everybody, this is the comedic part. For those of you that are not ashamed to admit that you are in the upper echelon of age, I want you to post in the comment section. Think about something that you used to like eat in your 20s when your body was good to go, that if you tried to eat it right now, you'd be in the bathroom all night. Think about it. So Dana, imagine this. Picture it. You're in New York, leaving the club. You're in your 20s. It's 3:30 in the morning. You stop and get something to eat. You go home and you go to bed and you wake up the next day like nothing happened because your stomach was a cast iron tank. Now here you are, upper echelon of age. Can you do that same thing at that same venue?
I can, but I'll pay for it. I mean, because see here in California, the clubs close at 2. On the East Coast, the clubs close at 4.
Right. Y'all
so the thing about it is, I think it all depends on what time you actually get to the club. So if I get to the club at 12:01 and leave at 4, 3:30, I can do it. But if I get to the club at like 11, 10 and stay till 3, 4, nah, I'm paying for it.
I'm looking at the comment section. So far, I can agree with Taco Bell. Man, listen, and I've been getting craving for Taco Bell. And I know Taco Bell is not considered authentic Mexican food. It is not real Mexican food. This is as close to Mexican food as you're going to get at 2 in the morning when the drive-thru's open. But if I go to Taco Bell right now, you best believe that I'm going to feel it for at least 2 days. At least 2 days, my stomach is not going to be back to where it should be until that. Tommy Burger, chili. Yes, Dana, you ever had Tommy Burger, chili burger?
No, I don't eat beef. I had Tam's chili fries.
Well,
Tom's, T-A-M-S, Tom's, how you pronounce
it? Tam's has about 15 locations. Tam's is that's good food. That's good rich. Tommy's is downtown.
No, I never had it.
And you eat it outside standing up. That's the original Tommy burger. It's a few knockoffs around the way, but the original is downtown. And literally, you go up to the window and you get it, and you stand up outside. They got you eating outside. Can't do Tommy burger. I can't do that. Popeyes, Brian, no, can't do Popeyes. I used to eat Popeyes down. I ate Popeyes like Beyonce when she had that Popeyes gold card. If I eat Popeyes anytime after 7:45 p.m., it's a wrap. Popeyes go through me like water. Popeyes is not what
Popeyes will go through you like a Chinese laxative.
Listen, Popeye like some bad cabbage. Popeyes wear me out. But the one I'm looking at right now, Taco Bell. Folks can't do Taco Bell. So Beyonce loved Popeyes. She loved Popeyes so much when Destiny's Child first came out. I think on their second album, she talked about Popeyes so much that Popeyes gave her a gold card where she can go eat Popeyes for free. She probably don't go no more. But at that time, Destiny's Child, she was eating Popeyes on the regular, and they gave her a card.
Man, you think she ain't using Popeyes for them kids on Friday?
She ain't going.
She ain't going, but she sent it.
Blue getting a wing lover special.
Yeah, she sent it to Nanny or DoorDashing or something. Them kids.
Somebody getting that red beans and rice or that Cajun rice.
Exactly.
Somebody getting that Popeyes.
Jay-Z eating it.
Right. Somebody. So y'all, this was a great conversation. We had no agenda for tonight because I was on such a high all last week, just really celebrating. But not only was I on a high, my plane was crashing. The day after my final defense, I was exhausted. It's like everything that I had been pushing through to get my PhD all came rushing back that next day. And I couldn't get out of bed. I was so tired. So for 2 days, I just shut down life and tried to re-energize, regroup, regather, refine myself, because now I have to, this is my new normal. You got to consider, for 3 years of my life, I've been pursuing a PhD. And now that I'm done with that phase, it's like, okay, what do I do now? Travel. Yeah. Looking at my calendar right here, I got a lot of trips planned. I got a lot of dates going on where I'm concerts and whatnot, but yes, I'm trying to get back into my new normal, see what's happening next. So yeah, Dana, close us out, dog. It's 9:00.
Hey, you know what? Thank you all for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate you all. We missed you guys. But before we get up out of here, you already know we got to spread love.
Instead of spreading lies,
we got to spread love.
I'm spreading. Hey, 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 hey.
All right. So follow me at DNA716 on Instagram, DNA716. You can see what I got going on musically. I post some comedy, all types of stuff. Just follow me on that. We love you guys. Again, stay safe. Stay safe. A lot of people are lying about being vaccinated. They're not wearing their masks. So stay safe. Check on a loved one. Check on someone, whether you think they're doing good or not. Reach out to them. Call them, email, send a letter, whatever. All right. We love you all.
Listen, real talk, like Dana just said, it's a lot of folks out there that are not vaccinated. I'm not vax shaming. I'm not gonna make anybody not vaccinated feel bad. It's your body, your decision. But please be mindful of the news reports. Please be mindful of the fact that at least 99% of persons that are contracting COVID right now and being hospitalized and dying are not vaccinated. All right. So this is not, I ain't going either way. I'm vaccinated. And I did shows about the vaccine last year, trying to make sure that us Black people were educated on the data and on the facts. I brought a Black doctor on and I brought a white doctor on, talk about the vaccines, talk about COVID, all that, doing my part to make sure that we are educated and staying in the know. Now, the choice to get vaccinated is 100% yours. All right. It is yours. But please note, those who are not vaccinated are contracting COVID and ending up in the hospital and dying. Okay, the vaccine is not a cure for COVID. The vaccine is not a surefire that you will not contract COVID. You can still contract COVID if you are vaccinated. However, the odds of you being hospitalized are slim to none. All right, that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, so I'm going to say about that. I work in the healthcare field. I am part of a lot of COVID task force, a lot of COVID coalitions, all that kind of stuff. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I have studied. I'm telling you what I have been educated on. If you're vaccinated, you are safer. Okay? All right. Period. Point blank. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Donta_Morrison. Donta_Morrison on Instagram. And also make sure to follow the Donta Show. Subscribe to the Donta Show on YouTube. YouTube.com/Donta Morrison. It will cost you nothing to subscribe. Just click that subscribe button, like it, share it, follow it, all kind of stuff. You'll be kept abreast of all the shows that we do. You can also see all the past shows that we have had. If you're a part of the Donta Show village, we thank you so much for just rocking with us through thick and thin. Because of y'all, we are not just talking to ourselves. We have a phenomenal audience of supporters that believe in us and really just support us. And we thank y'all. We're not really tripping off the numbers. We're just focused on the content. We want to make sure we're providing you with quality content and information and education that's going to help you make the right decisions for yourself. We're not a show that's full of fluff and all kind of trivial media. We want to make sure that we're giving you intellectual dialogue that's going to better your life. All right. So with that being said, we will see y'all tomorrow night right here on Facebook Live and YouTube, courtesy of Pyro Media Network. If you want to be a guest on the Donta Show, go to pyromedianetwork.com and just check on bookings. Find the Donta Show and bring yourself on, and we'll talk about all kind of stuff. All right. So until tomorrow night, we love y'all. Take care and God bless.
Peace out.
Oh my God. My God, my God.
I can't.
That's your boo.